Bite me!
Mom?
Uncle Wes, why can't you stay?
They need me to help them try and stop this. We're the only family we have left.
We got this.
Cody! What are you doing, man? You should kill somebody.
We are all soldiers now. Tonight, when that sun sets, it's gonna be every man for himself.
We have a 9-hour window to test and report our findings. We hope to see if this mutation can be blocked.
Let's go over the rules.
Don't open the door for anyone.
Don't hesitate for a second.
Hoorah! Hoorah! Hoorah!
Good luck tonight.
Canopy retraction commencing.
No more guns, no more guards. Those things are coming for us.
I'm here.
Hey! Bite me!
Boom, there you go. That was a trailer for Werewolves arriving on December 6th. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. Joining me to talk all things werewolves is filmmaker, director Stephen C. Miller. How are you, sir?
Yo, what's up? Thanks for having me. This is great.
Hey, it's a pleasure, my friend. I love talking to my fellow creatives. As I said before we got rolling, it always infuses me with that energy. I'm an empath, so I'm an energy exchanger. So when I talk to my fellow creatives and I see their dope rooms, if y'all just saw, he has a dope room. It fuels me. It fuels me. I love it. It tells me I'm not alone, basically. My nerddom is not alone.
I feel it, dude. I'm in the same boat. I love the world. I love being in this world. This for me is a lot of fun.
I love it. All right. So creativity brought you to Werewolves with Frank Grillo dropping on December 6th. Tell me about signing on to this project. Working with Grillo, some great practical effects that I think came by way of one of our favorite designers from Predator. I think I saw who you worked with in bringing that to this. If I'm mistaken, my apologies. But just tell me, climbing on board Werewolves.
Yeah, you're all right, and that's all good. That's exactly right. So, like for me, it was when I got the script. It was about, I really was attracted to how many werewolves they wanted to put on screen. Like I couldn't really fathom it for a second because, when you're usually dealing with werewolf movies or even brought one, it's like one werewolf. He's trying to fight off, maybe a little town or a house or, it's just usually one. But I remember reading the script going, oh man, there's like, there's 100. There's a lot of wolves in this movie, and so I was immediately sucked in, and so then it just became the mission of who do we get, and that was an easy choice for me. I literally told them straight up, I was like, you have to go get Frank Grillo. Frank is the guy that could pull this movie off. I know he likes this kind of genre. We've had a few bump-ins meetings before because we kind of ran in the same circle of movies we've made with other people we know. And they slipped it to him, and he just loved it.
Dope. So obviously, the werewolves caught your attention. Not just werewolf, but werewolves. That would have definitely caught my eyes. So working to create this, and dope poster art, by the way. I love
Thank you.
this poster art. Working with the team to get the visuals together. What was that like in that process? After, signing on board, getting Frank on board. But the biggest thing that, everybody's going to be looking at, we're here for the wolves. Can you tell me about that process, who you got on board, and just that design and of multiple werewolves?
Yeah, look, I knew from day one that the wolves were going to be the star of the show. And if they didn't look great, if they didn't work, the movie doesn't work. The audience isn't going to stay. So I had to go and try to get the best, and the best there was is Alec Gillis. And Alec Gillis, like you said, he's done Predator, he's done Alien, he's done Pumpkinhead. I mean, these are iconic, creature designs. And just by luck, he was not busy. He had just come off Alien Romulus. And so he was just kind of having a little break. I showed him the designs of what I was thinking of. I let him read the script, and he was really giddy. He was like, man, this is a lot of fun. Like, we actually could create some fun werewolves here. And I kind of was like, look, I want to give these werewolves personality. I kind of want them all to feel a little different and have fun with it. And he was like, wow, okay. So that was the fun process, was sitting with him for a few months in his workshop, in the monster shop, like just, nerding out on what we love, what we like design wise, what movies we kind of drew from, those kind of things. And then just watching him create this thing from scratch was one of the most surreal experiences of my life, because, as a filmmaker, it's another level to work with monsters. I think we've all grown up on monster movies. And so when you finally get to make one, man, it is just like the most insane feeling on the planet, because you're just a kid in a candy shop. This is everything you've wanted to do, and it's right there, right? And then you throw in all of the animatronics with all of the guys running the servos and everything going on in the face and the lips and jaw and teeth and ooze and everything that's happening. It's just a really cool orchestrated event that you're not really prepared for until you see it. It's just wild.
Dude, I love that. Would have made me just, okay, you don't even have to pay me, just to be sitting with Gillis, like, that rocks. I think that's the thing. I think there was a couple times where I kind of had to say, I get paid to do this. This is just insane. No, it's very cool. Wonderful. So yeah, the designs and the differentiation that you had brought up as you were talking about, there was I don't want to spoil for the fans, but there's a specific neighbor werewolf that comes to be that I thought was really cool, and it kind of gave it its own signature. Can you tell me about just some of that differentiation and the intention and design work as well? Yeah, we just really looked at who we were casting, and then we were like, man, let's just kind of design some of these wolves' personalities around who we were casting, and really kind of come up with what their character was and and kind of infuse that character into the wolves. I mean, I don't even think it's spoiling anything by saying there's a really fun, even like punk rock princess werewolf in the movie at one point. I mean, so like we were just really trying to take it to the next level, have fun, and really do something werewolf movies maybe are scared to do, because not even creators, but maybe studios are like, I don't know if people are gonna be on board for werewolves having clothes sometimes, but that was something that I found to be a lot of fun. I felt like, to me, that was different. It pushed the movie in a different direction, and it allowed the audience to go, okay, I haven't seen that. That's pretty cool. I dug it. Yeah, really love that version of the character when the change happened. And even before we got the moments with that actor, building this world up, and it feels, I saw references to Purge in a way, but just the home that Grillo's family, if you will, I think it was his brother. It's his brother-in-law. So it's his brother's, his sister-in-law, I guess, right? So his sister-in-law and his niece. Yeah. So yeah, building out that world and coming up with that protection of that house. What was that like? How long did this take to make? And just, can you tell me a little bit about the production and, coming up with some of these interesting quirks that I haven't seen in other werewolf movies? Right. Yeah. We shot in Puerto Rico. We shot for 25 days in Puerto Rico. That was a lot of fun. Puerto Rico was fantastic. Crew there was really great. Everybody was super supportive. And we built all of obviously all of the exterior of the home is outside in a neighborhood that we found. And then we just built everything basically around it. We had to build walls on the top of some of these houses because they're
kind of smaller in Puerto Rico. So we had to build things to augment the houses and have things crash through and fences go down and things like that. And then for the interior stuff, we actually built in a gymnasium across the way. And so that was a lot of fun because then we were able to just kind of crash and burn everything we wanted. And, there's no consequences. So because I wanted things, to go kind of crazy. So, production for all of that stuff was a lot of fun. I mean, and then even when we were outside and there's rain happening in the elements and you got werewolves in the rain, that's a whole nother Megillah because the suits become even heavier for the guys in the suits. And then sometimes it's kind of like stuck because it's rain and the animatronics aren't working. So like there's all kinds of wild things happening. But it's one of those things. The crew was so having much fun. They were just having this insane amount of fun that it was just like, it's fine. We'll get through it. It's hard, but it's a lot of fun. And I think that sort of feeds into the movie a little bit.
I love that. I absolutely love that you have these practical effects things happening.
Yeah.
That is just why we get into film as filmmakers, as creative, is to have fun with these toys and create these toys, especially getting the budget to make these toys is just super cool.
Sure.
As a film, so with that being said, as a filmmaker, kind of stretching yourself as a filmmaker, was there anything specific that you were really looking forward to in the process of production, that you were challenging yourself maybe, that was highlighted for you as part of this project?
Yeah, I mean, look, I was really looking forward to all the puppeteering in the movie because I had never dealt with puppeteering. And that's always something that's been really fascinating to me growing up and in general in filmmaking. And it's just sort of ingrained in filmmaking from the very beginning is puppeteering. And so to kind of hang with the puppeteers and see what they're doing with the wolves, even though guys in suits, someone's got to be running the face and all these things, like to sit with them and sort of hang with them and watch what they do. And then really challenging is to try to make all of that work with the guy in the suit and these fight sequences where there's wolves fighting wolves fighting humans, wolves jumping on things, it's just all kinds of stuff happening. So for me, that was the most fun because it was really pushing myself. I know how to do action. I can do horror, but how do I put them together and do it with a monster was something that was insanely challenging that I really was excited to push myself to do. So it was a lot of fun.
Dig it. Yeah, a popcorn action fun fest for me this film. And I can't wait for everybody to check it out when it drops on December 6th. What do you hope people take away from this project in regards to the excitement for werewolves, seeing that action? How are you selling it to your friends and family?
I'm actually selling it exactly what you just said. I really think this is a popcorn movie. This is an action ride with werewolves. It just happens to have werewolves, right? Like this is an end of the world sort of apocalyptic movie happening with werewolves. And so that's how I'm kind of selling it. I'm hoping people come out of the movie and they just feel satisfied. I think in a werewolf movie, the biggest thing that can happen is you don't feel the transformations work or you don't feel the wolves worked. And so the movie doesn't work. I'm hoping that people come out of this going, we got the transformations we like. We got the wolves we like. We're good. We're ready. Let's get on to the next one. So that's what I'm really hoping for.
I agree. And I think they will feel that and receive that. And I'm with it. And I'm going to be selling it and telling it to all my peoples, my friend.
Thank you.
Big question. As werewolf fans and filmmakers, when you're kind of, again, maybe some influences when putting this together, I'm curious for you.
Dog Soldiers is a big influence. Soldiers.
Top three. Give me top three. Some of your favorite werewolf films of all time.
Dog Soldiers is one of them. The Howling. And then I'm going to go with Silver Bullet.
Ooh, I like those pulls. And it makes me think other films I want to dive into. I Thriller. I gotta give it even. Mike.
Thriller for sure.
For the transformation alone.
Yeah, I actually think Thriller even made werewolves more in pop culture than American Werewolf in London did. Thriller really put it on the map for the MTV kids.
Yeah, and then American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Love it. Well, thank you so much, Stephen. It is a pleasure to chat with you. Congratulations on this project. Everybody, December 6th in theaters. My man, Stephen C. Miller's Werewolves will be there with Frank Grillo It's going to be dope. You're not going to be dismayed. You're going to have a lot of fun with your friends, eating popcorn, having a good old time. Steven, it is a pleasure to chat with you. Again, salute on this project. Is there anything else we could show love on? How can my people follow you with the next projects? I'm going to put it all in the description.
Yeah, no problem. You can find me at anything you're at, social media wise, at Steven C. Miller. That's my handle on everything. And he's right. Follow me. I'm always posting the next things I'm doing, what movies I'm making, where I'm making them, behind the scenes. It's all on there. So thank you, everybody. December 6th.
Let's go. My man, Steven C. Miller, Werewolves, December 6th. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. All right, there's a cut. Thank you, Steve. Rock and roll. Let's go. In a 1, 2, 3.